Monday night, guys, we have got a great show for you tonight. We're going to be talking about the real estate industry and are we stuck in a time warp? Stay tuned.
Whoa.
Remember this? Do you remember this, guys?
The emotions are flying when I see that.
Yeah.
What year is this?
This is 1989. 1989. So the good old newspaper, the Manly Daily. I know you guys have still got your local newspapers. Some of you do. I know the Wentworth Courier is still around in the eastern suburbs. And the Manly Daily used to be massive, Mark. I mean, sorry about the throat lozenge, guys. I've just had a massive coughing fit, so I'm going to keep it in there just in case. But, Mark, tell me about the Manly Daily. What used to happen with it?
You know what? Look at this. All right, let me read it. Is there a holiday accommodation? Garages wanted to let $25 per week. That's expensive 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah. They haven't changed that much, actually.
They haven't changed. Wanted to buy any properties in here. There's Mazdas. There's cars.
There is.
Yeah, look, there's rentals
there
here.
is.
There's Rain and Horn, W. Jamison. Okay, here we go. To let Manly 165 for a 2-bedroom per week.
Wow.
So
this is 1989, guys. 1989. Yep, July 11.
Yeah. So
there you go.
A good 35 years ago.
Yeah.
What about for sale lease?
Unbelievable. So, guys, what we want to talk about tonight is we're not talking about property prices, Mark. We're talking about the industry. And are we actually stuck in a time warp? So I was having this discussion the other day, and anyone that follows me out there on my social media will have seen a little bit about this already. But there's certain things, Mark, that I used to observe before I jumped into real estate sales that I often scratched my head about. And then I had this epiphany the other day about, oh, my goodness, I think there's a reason why we're stuck in a time warp, and I think it's because of the newspaper deadlines.
Well, that's right, because you and I were throwing around, you're saying, why do we have opens? And I guess it's really good to ask. You don't asking why is rather than just taking it by default. So you were saying, why Wednesday open houses? Why Wednesday? Why is 9 a.m. not okay on a Saturday?
No, but why are we starting open homes at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
And then why are we doing Wednesday open homes? And these are genuine questions. Guys, it's a live show, so we really do want you interacting here if you can.
Yep.
I've already had a number of people come back to me on my social media about this. Some agents are saying, well, we don't do Wednesday opens, we do evenings, which I love during the week. Some do Thursdays, some do Tuesdays, some do Fridays. I want to hear from you guys, whether you're an agent or whether you are someone who's buying or selling. What do you reckon about the midweek open homes?
What's the ultimate? The ultimate? Really?
Weird. Wednesday's such a bizarre day. I know it's like the middle of the week, but I think it's the most inconvenient day for people.
Well, what I was saying to Lise when we're having this topic about Wednesday open houses is I was saying since COVID, the world's changed. Hump day, Wednesday.
That word really annoys me, by the way. Hump day. You know, there's some words and you just think, oh my God, I hate that word. It drives me nuts.
Tuesday, people work from home Monday. They work from home Friday. In general, in like the corporate world, if you look at all the analytics from all the big companies, they're generally saying in office data that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the busy day.
Yep.
And Monday, Friday is the quieter day. Now, if we were agents,
the work from home day.
Yeah. If we were agents, if we were agents looking at this data, we would then say, okay, world's change. We should do open homes midweek, not Monday or Friday.
Yeah, I agree. And also open home times. Like, you know, why are they starting at 10 a.m.? I've actually started doing mine now from 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Most people are out and about. Most people are not sleeping in on Saturdays. And I can tell you now, buyers were super happy to get a head start at 9 o'clock in the morning because guess when all the open home times are? 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. And the poor buyers cannot possibly get out to all the open homes. They're all running in and out.
You used to have to wait to get your paper delivered.
That's right. We're stuck in a time
By
warp.
the time you went through the paper, it will take an hour.
Yep.
So now it's, your time before you started your Saturday.
We haven't adapted. The industry has not adapted.
Mm.
And then, so that's open home times, guys, at open home times and open home days. And then let's have a look at the way we communicate via a real estate portal. And I'm not having a go. These are genuine things that I've observed that I just go, I don't know, sorry, the industry's not adapting.
Good spot, I do have to say.
The industry's not adapting. So you go onto the real estate portals, realestate.com and Domain are the big portals here, right, in the country. And how do you communicate?
Email.
I don't know about you guys, but like emails to me are seriously a thing of the past. I look at that and if someone says send me an email, I think, oh, this is going to be slow and long and excruciating. That's what I think.
I don't understand with those portals why they won't accept live content for videos and make a log of live content behind the property.
What about chat with a live agent?
Sure, chat with a live agent.
What's up?
I don't understand. You've got 10 static photos and a floor plan. That's it. And so I think live connect, like FaceTiming through that portal, or I think allowing multiple videos to be uploaded with different timelines, an open house video, every open house. Like, why wouldn't you just have like a plethora? We're selling a property for $1 million. You would expect a plethora of content on that property rather than static text, static photo, static floor.
And nothing's static these days. The newspaper was static, right? But nothing is static these days. I mean, the way we consume content is so different these days. It really is. Obviously, social media, right? You look at the likes of, I consume the vast majority of my content on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely. I consume an enormous amount of content there. And the great thing is it's fast. It will, send me the content that I'm watching. So if it's all news, obviously I'm going to get lots and lots of news content. But I love consuming my content on there. It's fast. I can opt in, opt out, flip past, watch it for 3 seconds, watch it for 30 seconds, whatever I like. And then you go to the real estate portals.
I can't believe how fast some of this stuff that has actually come about. Like, you look at TikTok, it was a joke. Well, hang on a sec. All of social media was for kids. Yeah, that's how it started. And then when you look at it 10 years later, what's wrong?
That's so bright. That's right in my eyes. Mark's turned on. It's like having high beams right in my face.
I'll turn it down. There you go. Is that better? So it's amazing how this technology started. It started almost like it amused adults and it was for kids. And the next thing you know, it's just become a massive, massive portal for people to gather information.
100%.
Recipes.
Absolutely.
The stuff you're getting off it now.
Absolutely. But, again, and guys, we're not having a hack at certain things. This is an observation that I truly do think that the whole real estate industry, for the most part, is just really stuck in a time warp. So we've covered open home times. Why are they starting at 10 o'clock? Most agents are starting at 10.
Why are they on Wednesdays and they're all the beaches?
Why are they on Wednesdays? Like, I think that is a crazy
Monday
day.
Monday or Friday, let us know.
Or Tuesday night or Wednesday night or Thursday night.
Evenings are cool.
Yeah, I like it Thursday night, actually. Yep. I think that's a great time for people to come and see property. It's also nice for them to see it, particularly in summer, at a different time of the day as well.
Then we spoke about portals.
Yeah, and then portals. So, everything's very static on those portals.
Signboards.
Yeah.
Signboards.
But Mark, what has changed? I mean, you've been in the industry for a long, long time.
Yes.
How long have you been in the industry for?
32 years.
What's changed in 32 years? Like, actually, no. But has a signboard?
Nope.
Has the real estate portals?
Nope. Well, 15 years they've been around, but once they sort of started, they never really evolved.
Changed?
They never didn't evolve. Once
Nothing
they
changed.
launched the portal, they didn't really change the portal much. Like,
But what about a live chat on there? Like, it's not even hard to say chat with this agent now.
Yep.
And put like a chat button on there.
Yep.
You've got like SMS and you've got email. Like email off those real estate portals, email is the thing that is the one way that people contact us the most.
how much percentage wise you reckon?
Oh, like easily 95%.
Rather than
Yeah.
picking up the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think people want to pick up the phone anymore.
No, people don't want to
I
talk
don't think
over
they
the
want
phone.
to email.
No.
And I don't think they want to pick up the phone.
People
Phone
don't want to.
inquiry.
They don't want to pick up the phone. What else, Mark?
Bit of a
Brochures.
live
What-
chat.
what-
I reckon that's what people want on portals.
we want to know, guys. You're out there. Tell us, what do you think?
Live
Because
chat.
I'm just
I
saying
want to answer straight away.
nothing has changed. Nothing. And then in addition to that, the newspapers, so the Manly Daily, which was the largest local newspaper here on the Northern Beaches, that became obsolete.
Yep.
What replaced it? What did the real estate industry do to actually find something else to replace that? What happened?
Realestate.com.
But they didn't keep up with the times either.
That's
And
what
I love
replaced
the
it, though.
portals, don't get me wrong.
But they replaced the paper. The
I-
portals.
But again, stuck in a time warp.
They stopped. They
Stuck
didn't keep
in a time warp.
evolving.
What else,
Well,
Mark? What else have you
I'm-
seen?
I'm shocked how rapidly moving social is. But you know what I notice? This stuff comes out. It's a massive change. I don't see it move, and then I see it get replaced by something else very, very quickly.
Mm-mm.
It just goes bang, it gets
Yeah.
replaced. So, and then when it gets replaced, those gaps are getting smaller. So, like radio, okay, I'm going to go back to the old fashioned times. Radio, around for a long, long time. Shorter period replaced. Television, shorter period replaced. Like it just kept, all the periods kept getting shorter for the replacement.
Yeah.
Look how long Facebook lasted. Then look how long Instagram lasted. And all those time frames are getting shorter for someone to come in and
Yeah,
replace.
I agree. And it still amazes me. I mean, we cannot let the show finish without talking about social media. It still amazes me that agents do not utilize social media to the best of its ability. It blows my mind. It's definitely, since I've been in sales almost 6 years now, it's come ahead in leaps and bounds. Like no one was doing it 6 years ago. Now, obviously, lots of agents, they're putting out great content. But again, I'm not really seeing a huge amount of, people utilizing it like we are to let the people know about the pre-market opportunities of property. I don't see a huge amount of that when you have a look at how much stock and how much property is available.
Speed to market.
Speed to market. I was thinking that today. I was doing a video of a property that I've got coming on in North Manly, and there was like rubbish all in the middle of the living room that the handyman hadn't been to collect it. There were cleaners all over the place. There were 4 cleaners. One was sitting up on the kitchen bench, cleaning inside a kitchen cupboard. And there's me doing a video. And I'm just thinking to myself, some people would say not overly professional and not polished. But most people would say, I love the fact that I get to see this kind of stuff raw and first. And it's not in its polished form. I get that. I love things to be perfect. I absolutely love it. But I also understand and respect that there's a lot of people out there that are very happy to just see the properties first. They're not going to be perfect. They're not going to be polished, but you're going to get to see them before everyone else.
Raw and before.
Raw and before. And it is literally in its raw state.
And I think it's accepting knowing that the pro version's coming. Like if that's how you're going to present properties, full stop, and that's all, well, I think it's a bit of a muppet. But I think if you're like, look, Immaculate's coming, but until Immaculate comes, here's raw. People like that. They like the immediacy.
100%. And, that's the pre-market version or the off-market version. The on-market version is polished and perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. But, again, I want you guys to get to see the property first in its natural state.
It's an advantage.
Absolutely.
It's an advantage.
Absolutely.
So what else have you seen with real estate that hasn't moved with the times?
Response times. I talk about this a lot. I actually said in an interview, someone asked me, what advice would you give to a real estate agent you know, to help them. And I said, just answer your phone quickly and get back to people immediately. You know, that is, or as quickly as you can. Response times have not changed again. You know, they just haven't. And but people's expectations have.
People want it now. I think like a good old-fashioned Uber compared to a taxi is a great example, but people want it now.
Yeah, they do.
Are we giving it to them now?
We do as an agency, yes. Our response times are ridiculously fast.
What about rentals?
Rentals are as well. You know, we will look. You know, it's a little bit slower in rentals because we've got to do a lot of checks for applications and things like that. But definitely we've got our own in-house photographer here for rentals. Nikki, you know, she'll run out, go take photos so that we can get you onto the market very quickly. Our turnaround times are lightning fast.
Signage, go up on the web, get it going, pump it.
Yeah, and again, you know, it falls back onto that whole social media platform that we use obviously a lot. And I call it instant media because, you know, we can have your property out to the market provided we've got the right documentation straight away, immediately. You know, I've listed your property, I've got a contract of sale. I literally can have you out to the eyeballs within a matter of minutes. Super quick. But, you know, response times, how quickly does your real estate agent answer a phone call? When you've left them a message, how quickly are they getting back to you?
Yeah.
You know,
I said that the other day. I think what I find amazing is the expectation. If I let email, if someone leaves a voicemail.
Yep.
As an example.
No comments there.
No comments.
No comments. No comment. You guys are a quiet bunch tonight.
But if someone leaves a voicemail for me and I don't get back to them, I find that astonishing. That in this day and age, a salesperson, I don't care who it's from, can take a voicemail on their phone and never return that call. I think that's totally weird. And I think it happens a lot.
There is no chance.
It happens a lot.
If someone has called me, even if I've got a missed call with no voicemail, they are going to get a phone call from me within an hour.
That chat the other day. I was surprised because I get
within
nailed.
An hour.
Yeah. Sometimes if I get a missed call, I don't call it back.
No, got to.
Wow.
Absolutely, without a doubt. In fact, my voicemail says, I'm sorry I've missed your call. I will get back to you within the hour. And people go, yeah. And then I do. And then I do. And our responses, Mark, I mean, we don't do auto responses on our emails either. I know lots of agents do auto responses. We don't, but we do have an office policy that we have got to respond to email inquiries within 10 minutes. Not a robot. Within 10 minutes.
People love it. I think that's been a secret to our growth. I think the response times to people, I think, has been a secret to our growth. Like when a buyer calls, they know bang, they'll get an inquiry. When a tenant calls, they know bang, they're getting stuff jumped on. Like I think that response time is a way to really impress people these days in business. Like restaurants, for example.
I agree.
You and I have spoken about it before. If you go to Uber Eats, you often look at who can deliver the quickest rather than the quality.
No, rather than what you feel like eating.
Who can deliver the quickest rather than that's quality or what you feel like. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But not only that, I mean, you know, I think we've just got to be careful, guys, as well, that we're not replacing these quick response times with, sure, I'm a big fan of AI. There's no doubt about it. But people still want to deal with people. They really do.
Yeah.
We use AI for an enormous amount of stuff in our industry. Yes, that's come along. Yes, I do believe that has transformed the industry and is trying to pull it out of the dark ages that I do believe our industry is still stuck in. But people still do want to deal with people. Getting back to someone on an email inquiry or answering your phone and having another voice on the other end cannot be replaced by an auto response on an email. It cannot. Is it more convenient? Yes. Is it what the people want? No.
It can keep you warm. It can keep you warm, but not. You can't get them hot.
Yep. There you go, guys. I think we're stuck in a time warp. I really do. Yeah, and I think
I've got a question for you. Biggest change you're going to see happen in the industry in the next 12, 18, 36 months?
Oh, it's got to be to do with AI. it just has. I mean, we used to send off copy to a copywriter. We didn't actually, we did a lot in-house, but the industry would send off copy for a property to a copywriter and they would write the copy. These days you can talk to ChatGPT and go, could you please write a description for an amazing luxury home on the waterfront in Manly?
You know, I've been doing lately, AI has been transcripting my videos and writing social media posts.
Yeah, but you can transcript it and you can then turn it into
social media post.
Yeah.
So it's grabbing the video, all my words, putting it in sentences, jumbling up the sentence into a short sentence and using that as my title.
Yeah.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
I like, you think, oh yeah, logically, of course we'll be able to do that. But the sheer reality of doing that so many times per week, that's massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
Massive.
It's huge. And so, you know, utilizing all of those conveniences, definitely that's the stuff that's going to transform our industry. But you've got to make sure that the right people are using it. I saw something today online and it was some really average photos of a property. And I thought to myself, at the very least, why did that agent not at least put in digital furniture? I know a lot of people don't love it, but come on, it's got to look better than a big blank empty room, right?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, and then I clicked on the agent, really weird thought in my head, and I clicked on the agent. The agent looked like he was quite old, maybe been in the industry a while. And I can just imagine the conversation he would have had with his staff. And it probably would have been like, oh, this is, I'm not going to put that virtual furniture in. It looks awful. And then just left the big blank empty rooms. So I was like,
I can do that now as well.
Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff definitely that I think when utilised properly, that's really going to transform a lot of things.
Is it your big pick in the next?
No, it's got to be AI and social media. Yeah. Social media is just going to go to a whole new level.
With social media, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just going to go to a whole new level.
Exciting times.
And then, just those response times, just watch those guys. And if you're an agent that's been in the industry a really long time, here's a tip.
Keep moving.
Get on the bandwagon.
Keep moving.
You'll get left behind.
You can do it. You can do it.
You will get left behind. It's very daunting. But remember that newspaper that I showed you at the beginning of the show from 1989? Make sure you don't look like that newspaper.
Can we go out with that newspaper?
We can. I feel a bit like that newspaper today. It's been a day. That's the one. Make sure you don't look like that. The poor old thing.
Poor old thing.
Yeah. Stay with the times, guys.
Love ya. See ya. Bye.
Bye.